What is up, guys, and welcome back to a brand new video. Today you are watching the worst setup challenge on F1 2018. The concept is pretty simple. We basically take a time trial setup or our regular setup and we turn it into the worst thing possible to drive on this game. So essentially what we'll be going for is maximum understeer, a car that is horribly bad in a straight line. So like 111 wings, suspension that is ridiculously stiff that you can't ride over bumps, camber that is slow in a straight line, other things like the ballast. One ballast, the braking is going to be like the minimum amount of pressure you can apply, but the brake bias is going to be all the way to the front so that you can't rotate the car through corners. Basically, it's going to be a sailboat in a straight line going against the current, versus in the corners, it's going to be the most understeery thing you'll see that has wheels, essentially. And what better test to do than to put it through its paces in F1 2018 online with my subscribers, you guys. Thank you guys so much for joining in this challenge. Link to my Twitter down in the description. If you want to race me, I'll tweet it out and you guys can get involved and we can have a fun time. So without further ado, let's try the worst setup challenge, see how we do. If we get a podium or a top 5, I'd be happy with that. Oh, it's raining. You know, if anything, this might actually help me. Imagine if this is actually somehow a low-key beast setup and we're going to unearth something amazing. I doubt it, but let's give it a go anyway. From 8th place on the grid in a McLaren, let's see what we can do with the worst setup on F1 2018. 5 red lights, and that is the greatest way to start this video.
You've been awarded a time penalty for that last incident.
What? An absolute pile-up. An absolute pile-up in turn. Not even turn 1, just the start finish straight. That's so bad. DLC Jared is in this as well. There's a lot of fast people. Penske sending the Force India into my side pod. I like it. But it's hard to tell. Honestly, it's hard to tell how bad this is because of the rain. We seem to be okay at the moment. The weather is making me look better than what I should be. Around the outside, no front downforce on the car, mind you, 111 wings. It's P8, we're moving forward, so there's that. Yep, understeery as all hell. How did I get an illegal overtake?
Illegal maneuver, cede that position, or you'll receive a penalty.
How is that possible? I didn't even... I was in front of everyone. They were trying to overtake me, so how do I, the lead car, get penalized for being in front the whole time? Codemasters. Yeah, that is the really, really harsh ride control of the 1111 suspension over those curbs. Jesus, here we go. Overtake is engaged. I don't know if he ghosted or if I missed. I kind of closed my eyes there and just hoped for the best. Oh, it's so understeery. I'm getting a feel of it now. Can I go back? Take me back to my OP time trial setups. This is hell. Ah!
To stay with him, he might make a mistake. He can
Why?
still regain the position.
I'd just like to reiterate the point I made last video. I seem to have the absolute worst luck out of any human on this earth when it comes to people crashing and me getting tangled up in it. Case in point. Still true. Another crash up ahead. Oh, yep, still got collected. P9. Oh, what?
The time penalty will go against our finishing time at the end of the race.
There's nothing left to say, but just to laugh. It's just... this game is that good. Oh, thank you, ghosting. G'day. Up the inside. We're going to have a battle here. Shoved him wide, but it doesn't matter. Junior Fastboy has been clearing the path in front of me. I don't know if he's doing this intentionally, but he is moving me up places.
Okay, cool.
And you just love to see it, really. Next up, who's next? I can't even see where... Oh my goodness, look at the gap to Penske. DxRacer 17, fellow league racer. Next up, he's like literally at turn 1 already. One symptom I'm starting to get is sore arms. The car is just so understeery. all I feel like I'm doing is just turning against this resistance that is just holding me back so much. Looks like it's drying up as well. We got one more lap of this torture and we are done. I wonder if I'll still get points with all the penalties I got. Over the curbs. It's horrible. It's actually horrible. Can you imagine? Let's go to Canada next, because we won't be able to use those curbs at all. Here we go. Last lap of the Grand Prix. DRS has been enabled as well, by the way. So that probably explains the understeer getting worse. And here we go. This is a battle for P7 in this Spanish Grand Prix. I'm going to fight like my life depends on it. Oh, look at this. Oh, that's so bad. I've tried my utmost to try and catch up to Dobbo, who is the next car in front of me. Junior Fast Boy has slowed up again and tried to let me through, so it'll be testing on my ability to see if I can keep him behind. Look at him, he's basically pushing me. All he needs is an overlap and he'll be able to overtake. And the dry conditions on an intermediate tyre is certainly not making things any easier nonetheless. Here goes Fast Boy up the inside. Look at that, I can't even like afford to miss my apex, otherwise I'm just gone. It's P8, could potentially be P9 or 10 or 11, depending on how many penalties other people around me have, but there's a big old gap to the cars behind, so I think that is us inside the point with the absolute worst setup on F1 2018. You know, initially, I didn't feel like the setup was too bad, but as I got settled into things and everyone found their pace, boy did we lose ours. If you look at the fastest laps, we were the slowest inside the top 10, which is pretty telling. We were 4 seconds slower than Kushmania, WR, Ash, 2 seconds slower than the race winner. We weren't the slowest person in the field, which is kind of comforting. But now that we're going to do a dry race, we're going to really see how bad this setup actually is.
With this many cars, there's always a chance of an incident on the first corner. Take care.
Thanks for the words of wisdom there, Jeff. I appreciate it. With our lack of pace, I really feel like we need to be aggressive from the outset. But at the same time, it's so easy to get tangled up in incidents on this first lap. So we'll see how it goes. Still sticking with the 111. If we were at Monza, for example, I'd probably be tempted to go 11-11, but given the circumstances, I think 1 is probably worse in this scenario. So we'll stick with it and see how we go. The start here is crucial for us, really just to survive, but if we can pick up some positions, that would also be amazing. Away we go. Bit of a bog, but it's fine. Let's get a real feel for what this car can do now. Tell you what, this is not where you want to be. It's not where... Oh my! Renault, are you okay? Are you okay? Is that Renault okay? I need to confirm that that Renault is okay. That looked nasty. That was pure filth. I think I need to change... Oh, I don't... Get out of here with your illegal overtakes.
Back? That was an illegal overtake.
We're all slow cars.
We've got a 3-second penalty for ignoring yellow flags.
Fantastic. So now that's out of the way, we can get on with our race. To be honest, the car feels really good, but that's just me adjusting to dry conditions again. Obviously, you can do so much more with the car when you've got dry tyres on opposed to being in the wet. But I almost feel like I need to change the title. That was a nasty, nasty crash. You know, I do like my Survive series where I try and simulate or try and like force crashes to happen. We never get anything like that. We do a race where we're trying to do our best. That's a great overtake from Ash, by the way. We put ourselves in a scenario where we don't expect that to happen, and boom, Bob's your uncle. One of the biggest crashes I've seen. Probably the biggest crash I've seen in one of my lobbies in F1 games history. There you go. But setup-wise, we're lacking so much in a straight line. Just lacking so much in the corners. You saw how Ash just pretty much juiced us around the outside for the middle sector. I'm going to hope that slipstream is enough to keep me in the game here and we can move up some places, but this is pretty dire from the outset. The amount of time we just lost in general means that we might struggle to get a top 10, but I'm going to be driving like a man possessed to try and get this back. Cushmania, what have you got, son? 111 wings OP in a straight line. Here he goes, fellow McLaren. Down the inside into Lacombe, and he gets the move done. And this is not a nice feeling. I hope this kind of illustrates to you guys just how important it is to have a good setup. I actually feel like I can brake decently late with my 50 brake pressure, which is interesting. Just the biggest thing is I don't have that late apex rotation that I did previously, which is making such a huge difference. 1 minute 49.2 on the last lap. I don't know if that's representative. We might have had a crash or, I don't know, some kind of incident. Because Junior Fastboy did a 44 that lap. Oh no, we're getting overtaken again. That Red Bull came out of nowhere. He was miles back on the straight. I had to go into fuel, not fuel saving, but ERS saving. I used up all my ERS on the Camel straight there, so that's great. I'll try and utilize as much as I can to keep this lap time accurate, but you know, it might be hard pressed to beat that previous best fastest lap. 1/10 up. 1/10 up on our previous best. We're going to get slipstream off of Cushmania here. Thank you very much. Please don't fight this too much. You're going to be a lot faster than me anyway. Once you realize this, it'll be all gravy for you. So look, I got the move done and now he's got me back. Just the straight line speed deficit is crazy. So coming across the line, 49.2 is my previous best. We improved to do a 49.1. Wow, we really are 5 seconds off the pace. Alright, let's see if we can get him again. Slipstream, this is for pride. To see just if we can purely get this position and then park the bus to hold on for the rest of the race. Let's see, P8. It's so slow in the mid-corner. He's going to have the inside again. Should I defend? You know what? I don't think I need to. I can just about brake late enough to keep him at bay, but it's going to be these high-speed corners. Puon, no-name corner. Pretty bad there. Let's go up into Rich. We have a little bit of ERS saved, but really need to save a bit more to keep him behind on the straight. Yellow flag up ahead. I actually really like this. This is such a challenge, just to hold on to your position. I'm having to drive like a madman. Fast boy in the 43, so that reverts us to 6 seconds off the pace. I like it. ERS nearly drained. I'm going to have to go into none. Thinking about the next ERS straight, to be honest, and heading on to the final lap. I need as much battery saved as possible. We'll be fine on fuel. It's just the ERS. 48.4. Okay. We're still 5 seconds off the pace, though. Cushmania just said, "Ben, let's dance." We're dancing, my car. It's got one more tango left in it. Let's see what we can do. Overtake, Rich, DRS, all of the tools in the lunchbox. And that's all we have. We have no ERS left. I think that's a GG on that one, Chief. Oh, come on. Oh, we're getting a bit of a train back there. Fenzer's now joined the party. Cushmania has locked up. This will give me half a sniff into the bus stop chicane. Junior Fastboy wins the Grand Prix. Does he set a fastest lap? I don't think he does. But here we go. This is it. This is the battle for P8. The most intense battle for 8th place you'll ever see on the history of Formula 1 games. Through to this bus stop section. It's going to be 3 wide. 3 wide. Can we get the best of him up the inside? That's a bit of a touch with Fens as well. Still 3 wide as we cross the line, and that is the worst setup challenge. Guys, thank you so much for watching. That was incredible. We get P8 after all that. So people up ahead had a lot of penalties. The difficulty of getting that car through that race, contesting with the traffic, with the horrible straight line speed. That was so fun. That was honestly so fun, despite how inherently bad the car was. 5 seconds off the pace of what Junior Fastboy did. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and see plenty more F1 2018 challenges. This is so much fun. Perhaps as a more accurate measure of how slow this setup is, maybe we should try it in time trial. Test it up against the best guys in PC or Xbox, whatever the case may be. If you guys want to see that video, let me know. Hope you guys have a good Christmas. I'll be uploading before Christmas. I don't know why I'm saying that, but if you're watching this, enjoy the holiday period. But guys, that's it from me today. Thank you so much for watching. Until the next one, I'll see you next time.
Oh, I'm hanging here like a cow.